Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is America's Credit and Finance Drill Sergeant, the Rough Rev, otherwise known as King Bay. Hey, coming to you live and direct from the highway as usual, making moves. I just wanted to comment a little bit on a couple of things that have been on my mind, been on my heart, been real busy trying to pump my real estate deals, my real estate transactions, and my different credit issues that I've been working on for various clients. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this economy, this corona economy. This is a new economy. This is a new situation that we've never confronted before. And I've been saying it for a while, and people have been looking at me like I was kind of crazy and maybe looking a little bit strange. But now I think people are seeing that what I was saying makes a lot of sense. I said a couple years ago that there's absolutely something wrong with an economy whose economic model and who assesses the economy's health or lack thereof based on consumer spending. And now all of these companies need bailouts. These multi-million-dollar organizations, the airlines and the automakers and different corporations, help us. Woe is me. Help us out. Because people aren't spending, because people don't have a lot of spare capital because of this whole corona situation. People are laid off. Companies are downsizing, they're not replacing workers. So now all of a sudden, the whole quote unquote economy is falling apart because consumers aren't spending. And hey, I said it before, I said it many times before, there's something wrong with a society who bases its financial health on people spending money frivolously. So now people aren't spending and they're doing what they should have been doing all along, being conservative, budgeting their money better, and finding alternative ways and alternative means to have fun besides going out and blowing $500 in a weekend. Now all of a sudden, the economy's on the ropes. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that, and I said this before also, but I want you to think about this. Their economy and your economy are two totally different things. They're two totally different things. Their economy is based on consumer spending, based on you going to their stores, spending all your hard-earned money in their stores, buying their products, supporting their companies, helping their bottom line. But now your economy is a whole different thing. Your economy is based on how you're managing your money, how much money you're saving, how much money you're investing, what type of assets or liabilities that you have. During a bad economy, assets feed you and liabilities eat you. They eat you alive, basically. And so my question is, do you have assets that are feeding you, or do you have liabilities that are eating you? Most people have liabilities. Now, it's just something to think about. Their economy and your economy, two totally different things, right? Now, the other thing is this. Don't get lulled into this false sense of security that these stimulus checks have you like all tripped out in the mind about. Like, don't fall for that shit. Please don't fall for it. Because, pardon me, basically, okay, so people are thinking, oh man, I got this free money. Oh man, some people making more money than they were making when they were working 2 jobs. And they're like, oh snap, this is really great. But the trick move is this. Because you're not working, you're spending more time in the store, spending more money. And you're saying, oh, I don't think so. Well, I went in Walmart the other day around, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock. You would have thought it was like the Grammys, the BET Awards, something. so many people in the store, and I'm like, I've never seen this many people in the store at this time of day. So people in there fighting to spend this stimulus money on the last flat screen or the last outfit or whatever the case might be. And I'm saying to myself, wow, these people don't even realize how they're playing into this whole dynamic. And I apologize about the darkness. The sun is going down now, so I'm hitting some pockets where it's not really that well lit, but this is not going to be a long video anyway. So the fact of the matter is, yes, you're getting this free stimulus money, and it's not free. You will be paying taxes on the back end, by the way. And so you're getting this money that's helping you, quote unquote, but then you're spending it anyway. And it's kind of like after, excuse me, let me adjust the camera. It's kind of like after 9/11, when George Bush was telling people, he put an extra, whatever, $100 or $200 in people's checks and said, you know, now you can go out and spend. You know, the New York economy was hurting. Everybody was staying away from New York, and it was costing retailers, and they were losing money. So they gave them some extra money to go out and spend 100, but then they spent more than that 100, that couple hundred, they spent some other money that they hadn't planned on spending. So the same little trick maneuver is being played on you right now. I'm saying don't fall for it. If I was you, I would take that money and be stacking it or putting it into something that's going to make some money, seeing how I could strategize to, you know, turn that little extra $1,000 into 3 or 4, and then flip that 3 or 4 into 6 or 10, 6 or 8 or 10, and go from there. And then if you decide to splurge a little bit later on when you're sitting on 10 G's or 12 G's or 15 G's cushion, it won't hurt you. Use it to make some money. Don't just spend frivolously. And I know it's, you know, you guys are probably like, man, this guy's always talking about saving. He's always talking about, we can't have, look, if I get the money, let me have some fun with it. Okay, well, I say have fun, just delay your fun. Be disciplined now and have fun later. When you can really fun in the Caymans or in Jamaica or in Barbados, man, Irie boy, you know, and really just enjoy yourself. Anyway, I know that this is a difficult time. We don't have a template for this. We've never been in this situation in all our lives. But it's also a great opportunity to do some things new, to develop some new habits, learn a new language. Just don't do the same shit over and over again. It really gets tired and it gets played. If you're smart, you know, the old saying, if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always have what you have right now. The only way to change your results is, in fact, to change your actions. Change your actions. Decide to make some new actions, and then you'll get some new positive results, some beautiful results. And I think that, you know, some of these companies that, just in the camera, some of these companies that they're saying, oh, if we don't bail them out, or if we don't go out and spend with them, they'll go out of business. Then let them. This is the first time in history they've ever offered small businesses anything. Usually big businesses get these $1 billion, you know, life rafts. Small businesses just either we manage or we go under. And that's the story of our lives since we started our businesses. We never had no golden parachute. We never had no rich uncle. Uncle Sam never came to our rescue. We had to manage. We couldn't just float debt from month to month. That's what GM did, which is why all those factories went out of business in Detroit. Because GM had mastered the art of floating debt, and they never paid the debt. Pay your freaking debts. Spend less than you make. Pay your debts. Balance your budget. That's how you run a business. Not floating it from month to month to month to month. They're saying now Hertz Rent-A-Car is going out of business. Let them. It's an opportunity for me. I'll buy 10 cars and I'll start a rental agency, or you can do it, or whoever. Let them. If they can't manage their money, think about it, folks. These CEOs have been getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars a year to do a piss poor job of managing these companies. Excuse me. They've been getting corporate bonuses for screwing up the money. I say let them go out of business. Let them find a new, or better yet, let them know what it feels like to stand in the soup line. Let them go stand in the line to get groceries at the food bank or whatever. Let them. They need a damn reality check. Let them lose this summer home in the south of France in the third or the fourth Porsche, the third or fourth Range Rover. They don't need all that crap. Let them lose it. Sounds harsh, doesn't it? My thing is, I was raised with entrepreneurs. My grandfather came to this country from the island of Eleuthera, Grand Bahamas, Rock Sound, with everything he owned in a suitcase, slung over his 6'2" shoulders. Came to this country with nothing. And my grandmother came from Barbados with nothing but the clothes on her back. In the damn Depression, my grandfather hustled and hauled trash and scrapped iron and moved furniture and did whatever to feed them 9 kids. Never got a bailout, never got a loan from a bank, never got any kind of public assistance, never got no kind of golden parachute, never. And even when he was hustling and working, they were trying not to give him the business as a trucker because he was a black man competing against all the Europeans. But he was so good, they couldn't deny him. He was so good at what he did. They had to give him the business. But he did it, and he never got any help. He just did good, clean business, managed his money, and he fed 9 kids and a wife. And wasn't none of them skinny. Let me tell you, all of them was big, healthy folks. They all ate good. Because Granddaddy John Johnson Sr. made it happen. Now guess what? There's an opportunity for you and I and others like us to do the same thing in this economy. This big business, you know what I say? Fuck them. Excuse my French. Sorry. Fuck them. Look, folks, I want to remind you something. America wasn't made strong by big businesses and big corporations and big government. You know what made America strong? Small business people who were hustling, who created jobs and opportunity for other people in their community, who gave people good, honest days' wages, who helped them feed their families, helped them put their families through college and feed their wives and take their families on vacation. Small businesses, blacksmiths and trappers and builders and architects and scientists and farmers and, just you name it. They're small business people. We got tricked into this big corporation, this big government crap, and we've been having problems ever since. This is an opportunity to reset for us to go back to where we need to be, focusing on building small businesses that make the neighborhood strong. And then those small businesses make the family strong, and those families make the community strong, and the community makes the city strong, and the city makes the state strong, and the state makes the country strong. I'm not fussing at you guys. I'm not fussing. Just know that my penchant for entrepreneurship, it runs deep. Even my father, when he had his dry cleaners and tailor shop. Like, I learned so many lessons about business, more so than I ever learned at Seton Hall. Got my degree from Seton Hall University. I got into so many arguments and disputes with my professors because their reality and my reality were two different things. What they were saying in the book couldn't be done. My father was doing it. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't start a business undercapitalized? My dad did it. What do you mean you can't start a business without having X number of dollars in resources? My dad did it. What do you mean you can't start a business, having no credit? My dad did it. Like, ran that business to the day he died in his business. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to remember, oh man, sorry, I got a toll coming up here. I got enough money here. Uno, dos, tres. Oh boy, I gotta pull some change out of my hind parts. So last time I came through here, the toll booth was closed, and now it's open. I guess they said the state was losing too much money. They would hurry up and open these tolls up because they were giving us free tolls going back and forth on the expressway. Bear with me 1 minute, folks. Cash. Bear with me 1 moment. How you doing? Give me 1 second. I just got to get you some quarters here. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Can I get a receipt, please? Love that fly hairdo, lady. Don't hurt nobody. All right. Back to the business at hand. Hey. We out here making moves as usual. Look, ladies and gentlemen, think about the reset. Think about the opportunity to start afresh and start anew, and rebuild your whole dynamic financial profile. This is a great opportunity, tremendous opportunity for those of you who you really haven't been feeling your job for the longest time. You haven't enjoyed it. You don't like those demanding, domineering managers. You hate what it is that you do. Start a freaking business. Start afresh, start anew, folks. Give yourself an opportunity. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a fighting chance to succeed. Most of these jobs are not going to get us wealthy. They're not going to get us rich. They'll give us a little band-aid, enough to get by, but they're not going to get us rich. So now my question to you is, what are you going to do different? You have this unique opportunity where everything's on shutdown. You're finding out the things that you thought you needed, you could do without. You're finding out what's really essential. I'm still trying to figure out how liquor stores are essential. They're open, and a lot of these other stores aren't. That's another whole story. The state wants to get their money, just like they open those tolls back up. They were losing millions of dollars a day. Hey, anyway, I just want to motivate you and inspire you. I want to tell you guys that you can do anything you put your mind to. I want you to just erase all the negativity and doubt that you've been pre-programmed with from school and well-meaning pastors and that broke cousin that you keep listening to. Man, look, wipe all of that off of your mental. Wipe it all off of your mental screen and start fresh and start new. And look at your life and say, what can I do that I love? And how can I take something that I love and flip it and make it into a business? What can I do? How can I manipulate this thing to my benefit in such a way that I will then be living the life that I dreamed about? The life that I've always imagined. In the islands with the palm trees, or in a big city in a high rise, or sitting on a beach, eating some conch salad, whatever it is for you, pursue that. This is not a dress rehearsal. We only get one chance at this thing, folks. And I just want to encourage you, go for your dreams. Go for your dreams now. Use this corona situation as an opportunity to win. I want you to win. And you want you to win. But remember, there's a lot of haters around you that don't want you to win. But just think about the fact that people are going to be who they are. Let them be who they are, but you don't be afraid to be who you are. Some of y'all have been living a life it's not even a life that you wanted to live. Change that shit today. If you can't do it today, take a baby step towards doing it. And you'll feel better, so much better. Like the old folk used to say in church, baby, I feel better, so much better, since I laid my burdens down. Hallelujah. Shama, 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 shama. In any case, it's America's Credit and Finance Drill Sergeant Rough Rev, otherwise known as King Bay, wishing you love, peace, and soul. And remember, eliminate liabilities, buy assets. Peace.